to the boss 'cause I sign the checks. Got the new Balenciagas and I step on next.
And we're live.
I can do both. Set up the meaning, the sex on the table, able to get the job done. Giuseppe.
All right, it's Friday, and we're still here in our house, in my house. We took a month off. We were here Tuesday. We did Star Wars trivia on Tuesday. I decided on Tuesday, pretty much on the same day, that there was no point of me not doing this from my house. I was hoping to be back at a bar on Fridays, but hope is one thing and actual reality is another. So I'm here in my house again. We'll be doing this as long as I have nothing else to do. We'll be here on Fridays. As I mentioned on Tuesday, that just means the following. It's I'm gonna, if I have nothing else to do, if nothing else planned and nothing else scheduled, then every Friday I'll be here. If my wife wants to go out to dinner, we get a commitment for a wedding, a party, or I get hired for a private gig, then we would just put an announcement on our social media platforms saying no trivia this week at home, but you can still always join us in person. And then we'll just do it the week after. This is all assuming, of course, as long as we're not booked on Fridays. With that being said, I'm officially saying that we are looking for a new gig for either Tuesday or Friday nights. If you know a place, it could be a place we've already been at. It could be a new place. It doesn't make a difference. As far as I'm concerned, all commitments ended with the pandemic, and all new commitments started when the pandemic, as the bars opened. First one to make that commitment was Bar Nancy. Bar Nancy brought us back twice. First they brought us back, then they were forced to shut down again, and then we came back again after that. And they have been very consistently with us the whole time. Then the Bend was the second one to make that commitment, and we went back there, and we've had a hell of a time over there. Every Wednesday night, we're over there kicking ass, having a great time. That place, we were technically not social distancing. There wasn't any way. We were getting so packed most weeks that there's no way we could have kept people 6 feet apart. We tried at first, and it was an uphill battle, but because it was just so popular, people were just dying to get out of the house for whatever. And now that they have all these options, they're still showing up. The Bend has been, a great success every Wednesday over there. So we still maintained the Friday the whole time until now. We could have stopped this on the beginning of the year, which was when I first considered doing it. And then I thought I would consider doing it when we hit the 1 year mark. And I didn't do it then because I had heard that we were only a couple weeks away from being back at our Friday gig. And then once the Friday gig opened up, once that bar opened up, not the Friday gig, it's no longer a Friday gig here. Once that bar opened up, you got a lot of mixed messages about Friday or any other day. We want to, I really want to do it with you, but, I need to figure things out. We're just opening. Okay, we're just opening. It's been open a couple weeks now. Still haven't heard anything. And every time somebody goes and asks for me, the answer is always, we're looking into maybe doing it on a different night, which, as I pointed out, I only have 3 nights open as far as my schedule, which is Sunday, Tuesday, and Friday. Sundays do not work for trivia. First of all, right now, there's no football, but once we get into football season, it's not going to work. Tuesday has existing trivia nights very close by. Now, based on the schedule, I guess we could always start later. But now we're getting into a whole new thing. So that goes back to my point of I am willing to go back to a place and start a new thing. But as far as I'm concerned, our old thing ended when the pandemic. So that's where Fridays come in. Even if they come back for Friday, well, we're gonna start a new Friday then. We'll switch we'll at this point we're gonna start everything fresh. And if I go back there, it'll be 6 player maximum instead of 8. We'll do the raffles. We'll do everything the way we do it everywhere else. We'll eliminate the chug off. But I'm not holding out any hope for that. That I feel that ship has sailed. Let's just say I hopped on the ship that sailed away while they were still dragging their feet in the sand. So they can continue dragging their feet in the sand. They're the ones stuck there. I have set sailed on a ship. It was the first ship to flag the American flag during the American Revolution, called the Bar Nancy, and we took a turn at the Bend. And that's where we are every week. Every Monday at Bar Nancy, every Wednesday at the Bend. And we'll be here Fridays as long as nothing else comes up. So check in every week, and I'll be here every week. If you weren't here on Tuesday, then I'll let you know now. We have a couple kittens that we are fostering right now, and we're willing to give them away to a good home. We have 3. 1 or 2 of them may need to go. So at the beginning of each raffle, my daughter will hold up a cat, and we'll let you know what we named them. You can always rename it whatever you want. Who they are, what we think of them, and then, you can DM me and let me know that you're interested in a kitten. They are 4 weeks old at this point. And if it's one of the ones we're willing to part with, we'll let you know. I don't want to say which ones are staying, which ones are going, but 1 or 2 need to go. But I will show you those kittens at the beginning of each raffle when my daughter comes over here to give out the prizes. All right, as always, trivia will be starting at 7 o'clock. If you need a bucket to play in tonight's game, go outside your house, find a bucket, bring it inside, use that to play in tonight's trivia game. If you don't have a bucket from outside your house, then go in the bathroom, take that little garbage can, throw out the toilet paper, and use that for tonight's bucket. As I mentioned earlier, this is my sound engineer. See, I am the host. I am in front of the camera. I am the host. I am also the DJ, whereas I'm playing this music, see? And I have the sound bites. I forgot which other ones are on here. I can't see it on the screen right now because the trivia game takes over. So this is my sound engineer. So he's the one that's going to reach over and mute the microphone between rounds and raise and lower the sound for the commercials and all that stuff. Oh, hold on. Let me show you the cats. All right, there's the camera. These are the cats. All right, let's try it. 1, 2. Cat juggling, everybody. If I don't get rid of these cats, I'm going to start cat juggling. If you don't want me cat juggling those kittens, then let me know which one you want so I can give it to you, and there will be no cat juggling. I don't know how to juggle, but I am willing to learn with live kittens, and I'll do it live here on Facebook. So you can watch me attempt to learn how to juggle a kitten live on Facebook. If you're an animal lover and would like to put a stop to that, then come let me know so I can give you one of these kittens. If by next week there's still 3 here, then I'll be juggling them live here on Facebook. Can't juggle 2. 2 is just tossing. 3 is juggling. So take 1 away, and then I can only toss 2 kittens up and down. Take 2 away, and I can only play catch with 1. Just toss it from one hand to the other. Of course, by then I imagine that the cats will be even fatter and heavier, and I won't be able to throw them. I can show you a cat that I can never juggle. If he comes back inside, I'll grab him. So again, if you want to prevent me from attempting cat juggling next week, let me know if you're interested in one of those kittens. We will bring one out each at the beginning of each of the raffles tonight. Cat juggling next week if nobody takes a kitten away from my house. And again, trivia will be starting at 7 o'clock. If you need a bucket to play in tonight's game, go outside your house, grab a bucket, bring it inside, use that to play in tonight's trivia game. If you don't have a bucket outside your house, go get the little garbage can in the bathroom, throw out the toilet paper, and use that for tonight's trivia game. I'm trying to adjust the microphone as we're talking here, so I'm hitting a lot of red lines. I'm not sure how loud it seems out there. Oh, here he comes. Here's a cat that I will never juggle. Meow. This is Axel. Axel is, how old? He is 3 years old. He's not going anywhere. Ow, he's fat. Meow. Right now, he is in a war with all the birds in the neighborhood. He spends the entire day and night outside stalking birds who have nested around here and eating the little birds that fall out of the nest or the mother birds and the protected birds that accidentally fly down for anything. And then once he gets one or gets near one, then there's like a whole, it looks like an Alfred Hitchcock movie in my backyard with all these birds and him in the middle just looking at them like, come on, come on, come down, come down. It's interesting every morning here watching him fighting the birds. But I would think by now the birds will figure out, don't nest in that house. I should put a camera out there just to film him fighting those birds all the time. Also, no lizard is safe in this property. I'm also considering, since we're basically, this is our home now on Fridays, bringing back the big game. What's the big game? Well, that's when we give out a big prize. What's going to be the big prize? 500 pennies. The 500 penny trivia game. What do you mean 500 pennies? Yeah. That means that if you can somehow prove you didn't cheat playing this, I'll give you $5. If I see you in person, which means you'd have to catch me riding bike on a Saturday at the right time when I pass by Kennedy Park or don't pass by Kennedy Park. And if you follow my bike rides, you can more or less know where to catch me to claim those $5 if we do the big 500 game. The big 500, that's what we're going to call it. And instead of a dollar sign at the beginning, we'll put a cent sign at the end. There's no use in worrying about this anymore. Let these people drag their feet in the sand. We're going to find another bar. Right now, we have pushed ourselves off the sand and we have set sailed into the ocean of what the future brings us. And for now, the future brings us home. Home is here and we're online. And if you're here joining us, again, thank you. Again, as I said earlier, we'll do this on Fridays, as long as I have nothing else to do. All right, I got 5 viewers. I guess that's nothing. That's enough. Let's get started with our intro video. Let me get the sound engineer ready in case the volume is too loud. Hold on. All right, it's Friday. It's 7 o'clock. And we're back here, so it's time now for Home Trivia. You don't already have a bucket to play in tonight's game? Go outside your house, find a bucket, bring it inside, and use that to play in tonight's trivia game. We've updated the intro, so I'm letting it go all the way through. Look, I added the kids to the intro so you know who they are. All right, let's get started by going over the rules of tonight's game.
It's Friday, you bastards.
If you actually pay attention to that intro video, you'll notice I updated the slides a little. I added some, took some out. Trying to make it more generic, not so inclined towards one venue or another. Little by little, as I make new memes for making fun of people, as we host our in-person games, I'll put new pictures up on the online game. All right, to the official rules. As always, we are one player minimum to play. You need to be at least one human being watching us online in order to play. You can't be playing if you're not watching, and you can't be playing if you're not human. Well, I guess if you're a cat and you can understand, you can try to play, but I guess there's no way to know for sure if you're playing. All right, grab 3 sheets of paper, number them 1 through 10. If you have a funny team name you'd like to share with us, put it there in the comments. I'll read it out loud, and if it's funny, you can even make me insult myself. It's always been a fun thing. I used to get a lot of, things, microphone jokes in the past. Sorry, COVID. Kidding, no COVID. I'm fully vaccinated, by the way. Look, I can prove it. See? I got Pfizer. I know you couldn't see that because of the camera, the lighting, but yeah, that is my proof. Let's see, where were we? Feel free to scream and shout the answers all you want. We're home. I'm home. I'm not there. You're not there. And we're sitting in front of our computers. If you're actually in a place we're watching us on the phone or on a tablet, playing along with your headphones, make sure you let the venue owner or manager know that they could be hosting trivia with us right now. I don't care where you are. If you're at a bar, restaurant, or any place, and you want to share that information, tell them to give me a call. Tell them to find @TriviaMiami on Instagram or Facebook, or to call me 305-221-8106. We could set up a Tuesday night or a Friday night for trivia. Both nights are now available. All right, no looking up the answers. If you know the answer, write it down. Don't post it on the comments. Sorry, I'm still getting used to doing this online again. I'm still used to doing it in person again. So don't look up the answers, and if you don't know the answers, don't post the answers here. Remember, you're playing with yourself, so you would only be cheating yourself. There's no prizes, so there's no point in that. Question round 1 are worth 1 point each. Question round 2 are worth 2 points each. Question round 3 are worth 5 points each, and first place gets nada. Second place gets nothing. We have no prizes. We're playing for fun. This is just the same game we did on Monday at Bar Nancy. We're just repeating it today. We would have had the bend, but we didn't do the bend this week because of Cinco de Mayo and the whole thing about Star Wars that fell through. But if you can, take a picture of yourselves while playing and tag at Trivia Miami on Facebook, Instagram, or Twitter. And if I catch it, I will share it with you guys next week here. We will also be pulling out our stubs, which we still don't have stubs. So I'm just going to yell random numbers out, and my son's going to run out. In the Lucky SOB raffle, which in this version of the game here at home is Lucky Son of a Bernie. Here's our legal disclaimer. If you could read small and fast, you can read that thing. And it's gone. And again, any little bit helps. If you want to hook it up, that's my Venmo, that's my Cash App. You can also look up at Karaoke Miami for these things. The reason it's not Trivia Miami is because I mostly use these accounts to for my karaoke stuff. So I didn't see the point. Normally in-person trivia, people don't tip. I mean, they could always throw a couple of bucks in the bucket, but they never do. So any little bit helps. Throw me a little bit if you can. Venmo, Cash App. That's where you can send it. As far as in person, join me on Monday night over at Bar Nancy in Little Havana. That game starts at 8 o'clock. There we have first place gets $50 bar tab. Second place gets a $25 bar tab. They also have an excellent food menu from the cheese stands alone. Contact them if you need more information. Bar Nancy is Monday night starting at 8 o'clock. Wednesday nights, join me at The Bend over in Miami Lakes. That game starts at 9 o'clock. It's basically the full liquor bar with great drink specials. Join me over there on Wednesday night starting at 9 o'clock. There as well as is also first place gets $50 bar tab. Second place gets a $25 bar tab. Game starts at 9. And sometimes DJ Eckert also shows up, but very rarely these days. And if you're into karaoke, remember you can always join me at the Seven Seas Bar on Thursdays and Saturdays starting at 10 o'clock. Seven Seas Bar for karaoke Thursdays and Saturdays. And as I said, as long as I have nothing else coming up and nothing to do, I will be here on Fridays. If I'm not going to be here, I will say, look, not this Friday. I've got a gig. I'll be at the Globe, or I'll be at this place or that place, or family commitment, whatever. But for the most part, I'm usually here on Fridays. I'm usually in my house on Fridays. If I'm here in my house, I might as well just do this. I enjoyed it, and I know you guys, a lot of you enjoyed it because you've reached out and you've contacted me online. You've seen me in person on the streets sometimes. And if you see me on the streets, remember, say hi. Let me know. It always makes me feel better. Even if you can't send money, you can always, throw a little shout out every now and then. Right now, let's get started with tonight's game. It's time now to put your phones in the buckets. Phones in the buckets. Teléfonos en la cubeta. Phones in the buckets, everybody. We're starting tonight's trivia game. All right, let me get my stopwatch, which I forgot to put on. This is the bad one. The good one's in the car. Let me tell my sound engineer to put the volume up on the other stuff. Okay, see. This is his name is George Arronte. He's the sound engineer for this trivia game. He also works for the Miami Heat. So the back scratcher's name is George Arronte. Miami Heat George. We're gonna call him Miami Heat George. This is Miami Heat George, the sound engineer for this trivia game. All right, let's get started. Round 1. Question 1. True or false? Some turtles can breathe through their butts. True or false? All right, question 2. What MTV animated series originated from a short film called Frog Baseball? What MTV animated series originated from a short film called Frog Baseball? I don't know why my comments aren't showing up on my tablet. All right, I see it here. Misfits here. All right, Misfits in the house. And in first place in the house. And then I'm the one that commented after that. I don't know. It's not showing up on my tablet, though. Oh, well. I'll check in every so often. All right, question 3. Which is not a color on the original Twister mat? A, blue, B, yellow, or C, orange? Which is not a color on the original Twister mat? Blue, yellow, or orange? Oh, there it is. Sorry if I was late responding to your comments. They weren't showing up on my tablet. I had to maximize my screen on the computer in front of me to see them, and then I had to come back over here and get back in, get in and out, and then they popped up again. I mean, it's only Kevin and Chris that said anything, but I just want you to know I wasn't ignoring you. I wouldn't ignore any of you people. If I tell you I'm going to be somewhere, I'll be somewhere. I wouldn't just give you the bullshit run around like other people have done to me. All right, question 4. What NFL player set a Guinness World Record with a 600-foot catch from a helicopter? What NFL player set a Guinness World Record with a 600-foot catch from a helicopter? And if you're wondering why I typed DF in the comments, it's the 2 letters I was able to reach, and then I was able to hit the send button, and I couldn't type because I don't have a keyboard on the tablet. It means nothing. It was just 2 things I grabbed there. All right, question 5. What U.S. state hosted the Battle of the Joshes? What U.S. state hosted the Battle of the Joshes? See, if we were in person today, we would have had a Battle of the Joshes, which would have been Silverman versus Fish. But that will not be. Silverman never comes online, and Fish, I don't know if he's here or not. There's 9 people. Maybe the Fishes are here, maybe they're not. Maybe they'll join late. Who knows? All right, where were we? Question 6. Of the 88 keys on a piano, how many are black? A, 24, B, 36, or C, 48? Again, of the 88 keys on a piano, how many are black? 24, 36, 48. It also seems like a weird measurements of a very awkward looking woman. 24, 36, 48. All right, question 7. Which action movie star was the voice of the Iron Giant? Which action movie star was the voice of the Iron Giant? All right, question 8. Who travels around in a British police box that's larger on the inside than it is on the outside? Who travels around in a British police box that's larger on the inside than it is on the outside? All right, question 9. Which of these iPod devices was launched first? A, the Nano, B, the Touch, or C, the Shuffle? And which of these iPod devices was launched first? Nano, Touch, or Shuffle? And now, time for question 10, everybody's favorite category. Florida or not Florida? I'm going to read a news headline. You need to let me know if you think it's Florida or not Florida. The only two possible answers are Florida or not Florida. Here's the headline. Drunk man accused of swinging colostomy bag at officers. Was that Florida or not Florida? And again, I want to clarify, this was a recent news headline. This was not something that happened to me 3 years ago. This is a recent news headline. This was not me 3 years ago. Though when I did have the colostomy bag, I was very tempted to do that. What I did do every now and then was, if you open it up just a little bit and it's full, the smell comes out and lingers around the room. So if you want to get rid of people who are getting too close to you, now that will help you with social distancing in a heartbeat. I did that a lot, especially during karaoke. All right, that is the end of round 1. Let's go over the questions one more time in case you missed any. Question 1 was true or false. Some turtles can breathe through their butts. Question 2, what MTV animated series originated from a short film called Frog Baseball? Question 3, which is not a color on the original Twister mat? A, blue, B, yellow, or C, orange? Question 4, what NFL player set a Guinness World Record with 600-foot catch from a helicopter? Question 5, what U.S. state hosted the Battle of the Joshes? Question 6, of the 88 keys on a piano, how many are black? A, 24, B, 36, or C, 48? Question 7, which action movie star was the voice of the Iron Giant? Question 8, who travels around in a British police box that's larger on the inside than the outside? Question 9, which of these iPod devices was launched first? A, the Nano, B, the Touch, or C, the Shuffle? And Florida or not Florida, the headline reads, drunk man accused of swinging colostomy bag at officers. All right, please check your own answer sheet, see if these are the answers you want to stick with. And again, if you want to help me out, that's my Venmo, that's my Cash App. Any little bit helps. And another thing you can help me out with, there's my daughter. Hold on, let me change something here. I believe she got taller. All right, bring the cat closer to the camera. She's climbing her. All right, this is Natasha. If you're interested in Natasha, she's a very feisty little girl. She needs a new home. Put her down a little bit, just a little bit. There we go. This is Natasha. Natasha needs a new home. Please help us find a home for Natasha. If you know somebody or want a cat for yourself, send me a direct message or call me at 305-221-8106. Either way, message me, call me, or whatever. Let me know if you're interested in this cat. Now let's get on to the raffle. All right, it's time to pull out your stubs. It's raffle time. I'm going to yell out a number because I don't have the tickets with me. And any number I yell out, my son will win. My son will win all the prizes. He's over here on the side. He's going to win. He's going to run in, and I'm going to just yell numbers at random. So we're going to start with 157. 157. Dance.
What time is it?
All right, he won. You didn't. Say it with me. You lucky son of a Bernie. By the way, Grogu, well, that's Groguro. Groguro and Arturito are here joining us today for trivia. They're helping host. Groguro says he has no idea where Grogu is, and Grogu is obviously wanted by the police, as you see back here. We haven't seen Grogu in a while, but Groguro is here in his place, I guess. Groguro and Arturito hanging out here for celebrating both Cinco de Mayo and May the 4th. All right. 335. 335. Dance. All right, he won. You didn't. Say with me. Lucky son of Bernie. And now everybody's favorite prize, one free beer. But he can't drink beer. He can only drink iron beer, so there's no Coronas for him. Even though it's a Mexican week, whatever, or Star Wars week, he still gets an iron beer. Going out to the following number, 922. 922. Dance.
B stands for Broncos, BMW, Bengals, and the Bell.
All right, he won. You didn't. Say with me. You lucky son of a Bernie. And again, if you want the cat, let me know.
We're just trying to make it known that people of the world that we call big girls like balls and we kind of like bro.
All right, let's get into the answers from round one. Question one was true or false. Some turtles can breathe through their butts. That is true. Question two, what MTV animated series originated from a short film called Frog Baseball? Beavis and Butthead. Question three, which is not a color on the original Twister mat? Orange. Question four, what NFL player set a Guinness World Record with a 600-foot catch from a helicopter? Rob Gronkowski. What U.S. state hosted the Battle of the Joshes? That was in Nebraska. That's Joshy Josh. He's the bartender over at Bar Nancy. You can come hang out with us, me and him over there at Bar Nancy on Mondays. There's another version of this very same slide with the Josh from the Bend, but I didn't use that one. I used the one from Bar Nancy. Because this will be the third time I asked this question. Had we done this in person, it would have been Josh Silverman and Joshua Fish as the two different ones there. But it is what it is. So Joshy Josh is our bartender on Mondays. Join us at Bar Nancy every Monday night. All right, question 6. Of the 88 keys on a piano, how many are black? 36. Which action movie star was the voice of the Iron Giant? It was Vin Diesel. He loves that voice work where he barely talks. I wonder how much they pay him for that, too. All right, who travels around in a British police box that's larger on the inside than on the outside? Notice there's no question mark on this. This is not a question. This is actually a statement because it is Doctor Who. I know there's, I think, been another Doctor Who or two after this picture, but whatever. Question 9. Which of these iPod devices was launched first? The Shuffle. And Florida or not Florida? The headline read, drunk man accused of swinging colostomy bag at officers. That was not Florida. That happened in Tennessee. And to be exact, that happened at Kid Rock's bar in Nashville, Tennessee. So, and the guy has some sort of tattoo on his forehead, which I still can't figure out what it says. I'm trying to see if I can read it now that it's more closer to it, but no. All right, that's our answers. Remember, these questions are 1 point each, so whatever you got right, put that in the comments. Please put it in the comments. It helps me know that you're actually paying attention. And post your score in the comments. Remember, join me on Monday at Bar Nancy. And where's the next one? Oh, well, they're out of order. You can also join me Thursday and Saturday for karaoke. They're out of order, so let's go this way. All right, Wednesday, join me at the Bend. Okay, let's go backwards. Join me on Monday for trivia at Bar Nancy starting at 8 o'clock. Skip. Join me on Wednesday at the Bend starting at 9 o'clock. Back. Then Seven Seas Bar for karaoke every Thursday and Saturday. And I should be back here next Friday Assuming nothing happens positive or negatively, I should be here every Friday unless something else comes up. So I'm going to take a quick commercial break, and I'll be back in 2 minutes.
I love this song. What station is that? Coast 97.3 FM.
Great song. What station is that? It's Coast 97.3 FM.
I love this song.
Me too. What station is that?
Ever wonder what radio station you're listening to? For the most music throughout your workday, listen to South Florida's Coast 97.3 FM. The best mix of the 80s, 90s, and today with less talk.
Grand Prix's new track. Grand Prix is bigger, longer, and faster. Feel the thrill of the hairpin turns, then speed down the long straightaways. Grand Prix. Race your friends in the true spirit of Grand Prix competition racing. Feel the roar of the engines as you race the big challenge on Grand Prix Race-A-Rama. Open 7 days and nights. Take I-95 or exit 12 on the turnpike. Grand Prix on 441 just south of State Road 84 in Fort Lauderdale.
Take your family, go with your friends to good times where fun never ends. Be there. The fair, it's all there. The fair, be there. The fair, be there.
The Dade County Youth Fair and Exposition. Be there.
Imagine the perfect video store. It would have a great selection, right? Right. Over 10,000 videos. 3 evening rentals, so no rush, no hassle. Fast checkout. 24-hour quick drop return. Open late every night. Well, the perfect video store
Welcome to Blockbuster Video.
is popping up all over the country. There's one near you.
Blockbuster Video. Wow, what a difference.
Wow, what a difference. All right, I'm back. I have to maximize this thing's not updating on my tablet. It's just I can go in and out and it'll catch up. And I'm watching the screen, but no. All right, so I guess Misfits have. I missed 2 answers, so I guess Misfits has 8 points. Kevin has 9, and Darius. I don't know who Darius is, but hey, welcome aboard. 10 points, but he was at Barnancy, so no, that doesn't count. Yeah, this is the same game from Barnancy. I don't write a new game for the online audience. I do the same game. All right, let me minimize this again. And let's go on to round 2. So it's time again to put your phones in the buckets. Phones in the buckets. Teléfonos en la cubeta. Phones in the buckets. Teléfonos en la cubeta. All right, round 2. Question 1. What came out first, Hall Pass or Little Fockers? Both of Owen Wilson. What came out first? Question 2. Which planet in our solar system spins the fastest? Which planet in our solar system spins the fastest? All right, question 3. What kind of books does Fathers publish? What kind of books does Fathers publish? Will somebody take this lady to Paris already? Let's scratch her out. It's like Hosier. Somebody just take that man to church already. All right, the Anal Bum cover. Sorry. An album cover. Whose 1999 album is this the cover for? Just the name of the artist, not the name of the album. Whose 1999 album is that the cover for? Somebody take this woman to Paris. All right, reggae's on the music now. And music is provided by copyright-friendly music available on Facebook. All right, question 5. What haunting exotic dancer did Chris Kattan portray on Saturday Night Live? What haunting exotic dancer did Chris Kattan portray on Saturday Night Live? I guess this music goes along better with the... We are live on both Trivia Miami and the Hungry Sailors Facebook pages, because I control the Hungry Sailors Facebook page. I'm gonna move the address from there though to another location though. It's currently set at a half, so technically it's not the same place it used to be. All right. Question 6 is always our movie clips. I'll play a clip from movies released in 1997. If you know what it is, write it down. I'll play once with just the sound and once with the words up on the screen. Listen closely.
Where would Tina Turner be right now if she'd rolled over and said, "Hit me again, Ike, and put some stank on it"?
One more time.
Where would Tina Turner be right now if she'd rolled over and said, "Hit me again, Ike, and put some stank on it"?
What movie is that from? Write it down. Bum 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 bum. Ba-na-na-na-dum. All right, question 7. Who holds the NFL record for most sacked and most fumbles? And who holds the NFL record for most sacked and most fumbles? Same person. He's been sacked the most and he has fumbled the most. Who is this person? All right, and a call back to round 1. Why my timer gets stuck? I hate this timer. I like the one in my car are better. Question 8. What are the bands on Beavis and Butthead's shirts? There's 2 different bands, one for each one of them. They're each wearing a shirt. What are the bands on Beavis and Butthead's shirts? Michael Robinson. Joining in late, but he's here. So if he's in late, he won't hear this until we're at this point on the part of the video he's at. Whatever. Either way, we appreciate you being here. Michael Robinson in the house. All right, question 9. What was NBA's Washington Wizards' name prior to 1995? What was NBA's Washington Wizards' name prior to 1995? I had to press this button 3 times to get the clock to start counting. I should just buy another one. Now that I've committed to being home again, I should just get one for the house. I like the hat. It's from Bar Nancy. Join me at this place, Bar Nancy, on Mondays, 8 o'clock. It won't be these questions. It'll be new questions. These questions were already at Bar Nancy this last Monday. All right, question 10. Last question this round. What M&M color replaced tan in 1995 after 10 million consumers voted in a color preference poll? What M&M color replaced tan in 1995 after 10 million consumers voted in a color preference poll? And while we wait for the countdown on this question, I'd like to remind everybody that we have 3 kittens we're giving away. We showed you Natasha in the first raffle. We're going to show you the next cat in the second round. I'm not sure which one my daughter's going to go pick up this time. If you leave me with 3 kittens by next week, I will be cat juggling. That is not safe for the cats. That is unhealthy for them. They don't like it. You don't want me juggling those cats. You should take them off my hands. 1 or 2 of those cats need to go. So DM me at Trivia Miami or me personally, BB Ravello, or call me 305-221-8106. Send me an email. Contact me. Come to find me. Send services to wherever I'm at. Send somebody to find me. And let me know which cat you want. We already met Natasha. We will meet another cat in the second round. We'll meet a third cat in the third round. If I have 3 cats here next week, you will see me cat juggling next Friday. And you don't want to see that. That is a horrible thing to watch. All right, I spent way too long on this question. Let's get on to, as the end of round 2, let's go over the questions one more time in case you missed any. They have headphones on. They don't hear me. So when I start yelling, it's time for the recap. It's when they run and go get things and get ready for the raffle. Question 1 was, what came out first, Hall Pass or Little Fockers? Both with Owen Wilson. Question 2, which planet in our solar system spins the fastest? Question 3, what kind of books does Fathers publish? Ain't No Bum Cover. Whose 1999 album is this the cover for? Just the name of the artist, not the name of the album. Question 5, what haunting exotic dancer did Chris Kattan portray on Saturday Night Live? Movie clip from 1997.
Where would Tina Turner be right now if she'd rolled over and said, "Hit me again, Ike," and put some stank on it?
Question 7, who holds the NFL record for most sacked and most fumbles? One person has been sacked the most and has fumbled the most. Who is that? Question 8, what are the bands on Beavis and Butthead shirts? Question 9, what was NBA's Washington Wizards' name prior to 1995? And question 10, what M&M color replaced tan in 1995 after 10 million consumers voted in a color preference poll? All right, please check if these are the answers you want to stick with. If that's what you want to stick with it. Remember, help me out there. That's my Venmo. That's my Cash App. And let's show you the next cat. That will be this button. Here we go. There's my daughter. She is holding, put him closer to the camera. That is Dora. Dora, we call her Dora because she is an explorer. Dora needs a new home. If you're interested in Dora, send me a message. DM me at Trivia Miami or BB Ravello or call me 305-221-8106. Text me, whatever you can. If you're interested in Dora, Dora is also available to be given away. Let me reply here to Vanessa. Yeah, I'm happy to be back too. Happy to see that you joined us, even if it's online. I wish we could have been in person, but it's completely out of my hands. Let these people drag their feet in the sand. We're moving on. We're moving on. I have set sail. Set sail, baby. So we're moved on. That's it. But we'll hang out together in person sooner or later somewhere. All right, let's get on to the raffle. Is the cat going to stay on your shoulder the whole time? All right. All right, it's time to pull out your stubs. It's raffle time. I'll put a number. I'm gonna yell a number at random because I don't have tickets with me. I have to get the tickets out of the car, and I didn't feel like going outside. And my son was gonna run in, dance, and whatever. So I'm gonna yell out the first number, and my son is gonna win. My son will win all the prizes. All right, let's see. 3, 2, 5. Dance. All right, he won, you didn't. Say with me. You lucky son of a Bernie. Again, a quick shout out to these two old ladies. That video was from a few years ago. The last one of the two passed away recently. So just want to acknowledge that. Grandma and Genga. May they rest in peace. You can follow them on YouTube. They have a funny YouTube channel. You can see them arguing and all that stuff. They were cool. All right, next one out will be 126. 126. Dance. All right, he won, you didn't. Say it with me. You lucky son of a Bernie. Wait for the good part. That was here at Barnett. All right, and finally, everybody's favorite prize, one free beer. But he can't drink beer. He can only have iron beer. The cat is scratching the hell out of her right now. That doesn't mean it'll scratch you. She's very, very nice and very friendly. You can come pick up this cat anytime, or I'll take it to you. Whatever. Just let me know. All right. Let's yell a number at random here. 315. Dance. All right, he won, you didn't. Say with me. Lucky son of a Bernie. That's the lucky son of a Bernie raffle this round. He'll be back after round 3. Yeah, we can't leave that one on that long because DJ Laz will strike us for the copyright. Ever since he lost weight, he's become kind of a jerk. All right, let's go over the answers from round 2. Question 1 was what came out first, Hall Pass or Little Fockers? Both of Owen Wilson. It was Little Fockers. Question 2, which planet in our solar system spins the fastest? Jupiter. Jim Jupiter, the healthiest man in Chicago. Lots of old Married with Children references a lot of people don't get. Jim Jupiter. Question 3, what kind of books does Fathers publish? Travel books. Hopefully we'll be using those soon. All right, the Anal Bum cover. Whose 1999 album is this the cover for? That is Eminem. All right, what haunting exotic dancer did Chris Kattan portray on Saturday Night Live? It was Mango. Now, you may notice that's not Chris Kattan in the picture. That is actually an old friend of mine named Frank. Frank's no longer with us. He is now, he's gone on to be with the Lord. He didn't die, though. He just became a Seventh-day Adventist and thinks we're all sinners. That's his problem. But whatever. That's Frank. That's an old picture. I just thought I'd use it again. All right, movie clip from 1997 is...
Where would Tina Turner be right now if she'd rolled over and said, hit me again, Ike, and put some stank on it?
Liar, liar. All right, who holds the NFL record for most sacked and most fumbles? In other words, he's been sacked the most and fumbled the most. It's Brett Favre, bruh. Brett Favre, bruh. Seems like his old job might be open again. He's too old now. What are the bands on Beavis and Butthead shirts? AC/DC and Metallica. Unless you buy a Beavis and Butthead shirt at Target, then they have no bands on their shirt. So you have to get a Sharpie and write in AC/DC and Metallica yourself. Due to trademark problems with the Beavis and Butthead characters and the AC/DC and Metallica. What was NBA's Washington Wizards' name prior to 1995? They were the Washington Bullets. Gee, I wonder why they had to change the name. Remember Marion Barry? He was the mayor of Washington, D.C. Smoked crack, got his job back. All right, what M&M color replaced tan in 1995 after 10 million consumers voted in a color preference poll? It was blue. You're my boy, Blue. All right, these questions are 2 points each, so whatever you got right, multiply that by 2 and add that to your previous score. That'll give you your running total at this point. Post that score in the comments so we know where everybody's by. Remember, join me on Monday at Bar Nancy starting at 8 o'clock. Again, first place gets $50. Second place gets $25. And sometimes I stick around and play music afterwards. And maybe if we start getting enough turnouts, maybe we'll bring back Switch games afterwards. We did that for a while. Maybe we'll bring it back. Monday nights, Bar Nancy in Little Havana. Not that far from Coconut Grove, just down 22nd Avenue. Come down there since you can't see me anywhere else. If not, join me on Wednesday over at Miami Lakes over at The Bend. That starts at 9 o'clock. Also, first place gets a $50 bar tab. Second place gets a $25 bar tab. It starts later, so you can run there after work. Join me at 9 o'clock. We're usually done by 11. But if there's enough of a good turnout and enough people around interested, DJ Cardoso sometimes pops in, starts playing music. But that is not guaranteed. If not, join me every Thursday and Saturday at the Seven Seas Bar for karaoke. I host karaoke at Seven Seas Bar Thursdays and Saturdays. We now start at 10 o'clock again. And as I said before, we'll be here Fridays as long as nothing else comes up and nobody else calls me or I get a gig or something happens. Again, I will post ahead of time if we're not going to do it, but I plan on being here next week as well. So every week to week. We'll take this week to week. What I'm not going to do is go crazy and go record one just so you can have one on Friday regardless. And all that, that stuff that would stress me out that I needed to have this done. So that I'm not going to do, but I will, if I'm not doing anything else, I'll be here every Friday. So I'm going to take a quick commercial break, and that's when I'll look at your comments, and I'll be back in 2 minutes.
If you're hungry and in the mood for something extraordinary, look for this symbol. And this telephone is the fastest way to Franco's original Italian pizza, day or night. If you live anywhere from Pompano to Hialeah, you can treat yourself to the best in authentic Italian dishes. Franco specializes in dishes from antipasto to veal pancetta, all at reasonable prices. This symbol of excellence is in Pompano, Fort Lauderdale, North Miami Beach, North Miami, and Hialeah. Franco's, the king of pizza with home delivery day or night.
97 GTR, continuous rock and roll with Herman and McBean mornings.
No more pop scratches and ugly black buildup for these rock and roll animals.
97 GTR, all compact disc rock and roll.
Like ZZ Top, Bruce Springsteen, the Rolling Stones. Herman and McBean mornings on 97 GTR, continuous rock and roll.
Ay, bendito, se le paró el carro. ¿Y eso cómo fue?
No sé. Yo le había echado coolant, pero se calentó.
Mira, lo voy a ayudar, porque yo tengo un tremendo coolant. Amali. La próxima vez échale Amali. Este sí es un coolant de calidad superior. Porque todos los coolant no son iguales, ¿sabes? Amali es mejor de lo que tiene que ser.
Ah, pero oiga, ¿usted no es irichacón?
Sí, y de coolant, yo sí sé. Exija Amali. Tremendo coolant.
Why settle for some of it when you can get all of it?
Get it all, get to Zare and get it all.
It's gotta be a knockout, so I got to Zare.
It's gotta last.
It's gotta have a name I know.
So we got to Zare.
Get it all,
It's gotta be a real value.
Get to Zare and get it all.
Exciting fashions, famous brands, honest quality, genuine value.
Get to Zare and get it all.
In Miami, se llama Zaire. And I'm back. Oh, wait a minute. I was supposed to do something.
That's what graffiti is. And listen, bro, getting dissed by a misanthrope, that's as simple as getting kissed under mistletoe. This type of
Thought I'd shout out both bars, since those are my homes now. Bar Nancy and the Bend for trivia. So we'll do the next round all in the Bend. All right, let's see where we are. Kevin's got 27, Misfits have 21, and nobody else has posted their scores, so we'll just assume those are the scores for right now for those teams. All right, let's get into round 3. It's time again to put your phones in the buckets. Phones in the buckets. Teléfonos en la cubeta. Phones in the buckets, everybody. Phones in the buckets. We're starting round 3. All right, let's get started. Round 3. Question 1. In the movie The Lion King, what was Simba's mother's name? In the movie The Lion King, what was Simba's mother's name?
Don't talk again. Stop putting carbon dioxide in my oxygen. Nope. I'm not a jolly optimist. That's probably obvious. The way I barricade my door like I'm in a zombie flick. Just give me beats with some funk and I'll stay bunkered away like a monk in a cave for a month and a day. I'm filling with words when I'm feeling the urge, but till I emerge. Don't disturb me. I'm already disturbed. Poster boy for the island of broken toys. If I can avoid the crowd, then I'm overjoyed. I'm lurking like an outsider looking in, singing through what you're worshiping till I'm cursed again.
Bats in my belfry, monkey on my back, bugged out cat, lone wolf with no.
All right, question 2. Where did Julius Erving play collegiate basketball? Where did Julius Erving play collegiate basketball? All right, question 3. It's time now to name a celebrity. I'm going to put a picture of a celebrity up there. If you know who it is, write down their real name, not a character name, not a description where you've seen them. Name. This. Celebrity. And his real name, not a character name, not a description where you've seen him. Miami Heat George is not just our sound engineer, he's also our gopher. Go get that. Go get that. And security.
Living so my kid can eat. I'm chilling deep at the hideout. That's my vicinity. The phone rings. A voice says it's ready for delivery. The package. The message clear my head like antihistamines. Time to do my job. Consider me the man of mystery, the secret agent. And you're the boss is known to be impatient.
All right, question 4. Which science fiction film included a spaceship called Nostromo? Which science fiction film included a spaceship called Nostromo?
Hunger strong enough to smash metal, so I slide in the driver's seat and mash the gas pedal. Blast off across the asphalt like NASA shuttles. Cars in front of me, I pass a couple, then check the rear view to see who's creeping behind me. Eyes in all directions, I'm never stepping blindly.
He's a man, and he's taking it to the streets, just doing what he's able in the game to provide for his family and put food on the table. It's cold outside, but the package is hot. It's gotta make a pickup without no hiccups. It's smooth to make it back to the spot.
Hey, yo, I'm never rushing, on time every time, no discussion. Moon shines down like it knows something. I hope it doesn't. I'm at the pickup.
All right, it's time now for question 5, which as always is our Jumbo. 8 on the top, 8 on the bottom. There's our IAIRPLANEDOOROCD hint actor male. Airplane door OCD. Figure it
Cool,
out.
thank you. How was the traffic?
Smooth?
Yeah, that's good. How was the weather?
It's cold outside.
He's a man, and he's taking it to the streets, just doing what he's able in the game to provide for his family and put food on the table. It's cold outside, but the package is hot. He's gotta make a pickup without no hiccup. Stay smooth and make it back to the spot. Hey, yeah, but the package is hot. Oh. The boss is waiting for me back at the spot. Hey, it's cold outside. Got me shivering, 'cause it's cold outside.
Bum 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 bum. All right, hopefully we either figured this out or wrote this information down on the back of your answer sheet or a separate piece of paper so you can keep working on it. I am moving on to question 6. Who received the first posthumous Academy Award acting nomination? Who received the first posthumous Academy Award acting nomination?
Trust me with
All right, question 7. Who is the only U.S. president to have never been married? Who is the only U.S. president to have never been married?
Saw that baby on the playlist. Where the day went. Full moon check-in, that's patience. No views in my dimension from a spaceship. They don't want to be great, just famous. Says the poster boy is sabotage, and it's a shame they don't know that God. Bound to live young and free with those odds. From cargo to way above law. Yes, Lord. All your dreams made of Teflon. Must be when you're the best and you slept on. They'll see that every loss is a blessing, and everyone around you was a reflection. How are we to know that we're killing our innocence? Speaking their tongue, I'm going just fill it in. I know that you hurt, don't get to call it pretend. Send the location where I'm going to get
All right, question 8. Who had the first country music album to top the U.S. pop album charts? Who had the first country music album to top the U.S. pop album charts? All right, question 9. What artist's paintings were from the later years of his life are called the black paintings? What artist's paintings from the later years of his life are called the black paintings? Oh, I pressed the wrong button.
Last March, a falling star hit my backyard, blasted apart a few trees when it crashed hard. I ran to examine what had landed on my planet, heard words in a language, but I didn't understand it. I saw him rise from the crater he made, 50 eyes and skin the color of Gatorade. The invader stayed back cause he heard me gas, then mutated his shape to a perfect match. Same face, same clothes, like I'm looking in the mirror. 1 second ago, this was weird, but now it's weirder. They cleared up fast cause he's a telepath. Every thought I had.
And finally, question 10, last question of tonight's game, something of local history, news, or facts. Ileana Ros-Lehtinen first got elected to Congress in 1989 after what longtime popular congressman had passed away, opening the vacancy, and her husband indicted local favorite to fill the seat, alias Raul Martinez. Dexter Lehtinen purposely went after Raul Martinez in order to ensure that Ileana would have a clear sailing to the seat. This is all well documented in all kinds of historical South Florida history. All right, who did Ileana replace in Congress when she first went in? And screwed over Raul Martinez.
I taught him how to play pool plus hide and seek. That's when everything changed. It was never the same. Nobody ever more clever. When it came to that game, I closed my eyes. He shifted like a chameleon. I feel dumb. Don't know what.
Now, just because we're back home, is to remind everybody we can be in person at Monday at Bar Nancy or Wednesday at the Bend. And if you know of a place or can think of a place, I have availability Tuesdays and Fridays. Either or will work. I like to stay within the same area as we were before. So if you know another place in that area that might be interested, let them know. Let me know which one I should contact. We can put this all back together. Just we'll have to do it somewhere else. All right, let's get on to blah, blah, blah. That is the end of round 3. Let's go over the questions one more time in case you missed any. That is my signal to go get the other cat. All right, in the movie The Lion King, what was Simba's mother's name? Question 2, where did Julius Erving play collegiate basketball? So name this celebrity and his real name, not a character name, not a description where you've seen him. Question 4, which science fiction film included a spaceship called Nostromo? Where Jumbo, 8 on the top, 8 on the bottom. What the hell is that? Those are the letters, it's an actor, male. Question 6, who received the first posthumous Academy Award acting nomination? Question 7, who was the only U.S. president to have never been married? Question 8, who had the first country music album to top the U.S. pop album charts? Question 9, what artist's paintings from the later years of his life are called the black paintings? And question 10, local history, news, or facts. Ileana Ros-Lehtinen first got elected to Congress in 1989 after what longtime popular congressman had passed away, opening the vacancy, and her husband indicted local favorite and to fill the seat, Hialeah's Raul Martinez, in a long conspiracy theory where Dexter Layton really went out of his way to go after Raul in order to ensure that he would be too occupied with the case, so Ileana would become the winner of that congressional seat. That's a whole other story. All right, please check your own answer sheet, see if these are the answers you want to stick with. And again, if you want to help me out, that's my Venmo, that's my Cash App. And now we're going to show you our third cat. This is Roger. Roger, okay, I'll be honest. Roger's in no danger of going anywhere. We're keeping Roger. But I still wanted to show you Roger. And if you don't want me to juggle Roger and his two sisters, help me get rid of his sisters. One or both of them. Just let me know, and I'll let you know which one we're giving away. Roger, we're not giving away. But that's Roger either way. Roger's there with Leticia. And now let's get to the raffle. It's time to pull out your stubs. It's raffle time. I'm going to pull a number out of my ass and yell it out, and my son will win. My son will win all the prizes. All right. First one out. 927. 927. Dance. All right. He won. You didn't. Say with me. You lucky son of a Bernie. All right, next one out. 800. 800. Dance. He gets a cat. He won a cat. And in the second prize. All right, he won. You didn't. Say with me. You lucky son of a Bernie. Bring the cat back. And finally, everybody's favorite prize, one free beer. One free beer, but you can't drink beer. You can only drink iron beer. Going out to the following number. 120. 120. Dance. No, Roger, you can't drink iron beer. All right, he won. You didn't. Say with me. Lucky son of a Bernie. That concludes our lucky son of a Bernie raffle for tonight's game. We can leave this one on the whole time. Did you see the fight at the Opelika Flea Market a couple weeks ago? We used that on trivia for those of you who didn't see me in person. All right, let's go over the answers from round 3. This is where we start dropping viewers. Question 1 was, in the movie The Lion King, what was Simba's mother's name? It was Sarabi. Question 2, where did Julius Erving play collegiate basketball? University of Massachusetts. To name this celebrity, that is Will Arnett. Question 4, which science fiction film included a spaceship called Nostromo? Alien. Word jumble, 8 on top, 8 on the bottom. Those are the letters. It is Leonardo DiCaprio. Question 6, who received the first posthumous Academy Award acting nomination? It was James Dean. Question 7, who was the only U.S. president to have never been married? James Buchanan. Question 8, who had the first country music album to top the U.S. album charts, pop album charts? Johnny Cash. Question 9, what artist's paintings from his later years of his life are called the Black Paintings? Francisco Goya. Don't buy Goya products. Goya products suck. Question 10, local history news or facts. Ileana Ros-Lehtinen stole the congressional seat away from Raul Martinez after what congressman had just passed away? It was Claude Pepper. There's Congressman Claude Pepper. And Claude Pepper, I am here to discuss the United States fiscal responsibilities of the South Florida community because I am Claude Pepper. He sounded like that, sort of. His statue is at Bayfront Park. All right, these questions were 5 points each, so whatever you get right, multiply that by 5. Add that to your previous ongoing score at that point. Post that score in the comments. Figure out who won amongst yourselves. I'll announce whatever scores I think are legitimate or not, whatever. I'll still say it if you post it there. And remember, you can join me on Monday at Bar Nancy starting at 8 o'clock for in-person play. Join me on Wednesday at The Bend starting at 9 o'clock. Karaoke at 7C's Bar Thursdays and Saturdays starting at 10 o'clock. And I'll be here next Friday unless something else happens. But right now the plan is I will be here Fridays unless something else comes up. But I plan on being here next Friday. So I'm going to take one last commercial break, and I'll be back in 2 minutes.
The largest Toyota sale.
He's never going to be done.
Up here. Focus. We only have a couple of seconds.
Would you get it ready, please?
Come on, man. Go. Oh, I'm Paul Castronovo. This is Young Ron Brewer from 94.9 Zeta. Catch our morning show weekdays starting at 6. Remember, the only way to hear our very local, informative, and entertaining program is to listen to 94.9 Zeta.
Don't forget about the animal displays.
Oh, yeah, we promise no more live animal displays because last Thanksgiving we messed up a turkey really bad.
Good, yeah.
I know it.
Come enjoy the rides and the wonderful. Lights, food, rides, and so much more. All the Christmas spirit you find it here. On Palmetto, Bird Road at Tropical Park. One price, all rides free.
You know why I come to Lum's, good buddy? They grill the steaks just perfect. And the fish fried dinner is so tender and delicious. I love the juicy roast beef sandwich piled high with that thinly sliced roast beef. I like it when Mommy and Daddy take me to Lum's. The burgers are great. You and your kids get a better choice when you choose Lum's.
You get a choice. You get a better choice when you choose Lum's.
Compact disc sale of the year. Thousands of titles for only $8.99. All types of music. Rock, country, soul, jazz, classical, vocal, big band, pop. Hundreds of artists. Something for everyone. CDs for only $8.99. Come into Peaches now while the best selection's available.
And I'm back. Let's see what I got here. Well, Misfits with 26, which had 21 in the second round, meaning they only got one right in the third round, which I'm sure is Julius Erving going to University of Massachusetts. Kevin's got 57 in total, and I don't see anything else. Killed us in round 3. Well, like I said, this was an in-person game. I didn't change anything. Anybody else before I move on here? All right. Remember, join us Fridays at 7 o'clock unless something else comes up, but I will post it online if anything. The plan is I will be here Fridays again until otherwise notified. But I'd like to thank all of you for joining us. I think we're all winners, and thank you again for coming back. I know I said I was leaving. I know I said this was going to be over, but I also thought I'd be playing in person with most of you, and that obviously didn't work out. And as far as I know, it isn't going to work out. So we're moving on, and I thought, well, why not? Let's set sail. Let's unhinge ourselves from the sand and move on and just keep doing this until something new comes along. So as far as I'm concerned, you're all winners, and if you tell your friends, tell your enemies, and if you know of a place that could use our services, Tuesdays and Fridays are currently open for new gigs. I can do trivia, I can do karaoke, and trivia, and I can DJ as well. So if you know anybody, anywhere, it doesn't matter. New beginnings, new heading forward. Remember, you can also follow us at Trivia Miami on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Search for this game on YouTube. It'll be posted later on tonight.
No ha habido ni papel de trole para limpiarse el culo.
Again, any little bit helps. Toilet paper is getting expensive again. So Venmo, Cash at me. That'll be cool. If not, just join me here next Friday or join me in person. Join me however you want. And if you see me on the street, say hi. Let me know what you feel. Send messages. Post comments. Go on Yelp. Say whatever you want. Say how much you miss trivia if we're not doing trivia at your favorite locations right now. All right. Thanks again for joining me for my comeback. I'll be back next Friday. Thanks again for joining me. I'll see you all next week, one way or another, in person or online. Thanks, and I'm going to let Cox on the Radio sign us off.
Have yourself a real nice day. And if you want to smile some, listen to Power 96.